As usual, we'll start with the public session of the meeting. Are there any questions or comments from members of the public? Can I just double check? I believe we've got someone from Ackworth Cricket Club. Yeah. I'm going to ask council to bring the agenda item forward, so and I will allow you to speak on it. It's an agenda item, and obviously I'll ask all the councillors if they're okay with that. And have we got someone? We all right. This is regarding community centres.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Sorry, could I just... I'm just double check. Are you able to speak on the Brackenhill Community Centre?
Yeah, is it 30 or 31?
It's 31, but I'm going to ask council if they'll bring the agenda item forward.
Yeah.
So, because we've got some financial things to go through, which everyone's welcome to stay for, but it might be a little bit more duller than some of the other items on the agenda. So, are there any other comments from the general public first of all? No? So would council be okay if I brought agenda items 30 and 31 forward? I'll bring them in after item 24, so we'll get all the reports forwarded. So it'll come in before agenda item 25. Would that be okay? Yeah. Is that all right then? Yeah, cool. Thank you. Okay, so apologies then. We've got 4, haven't we?
Yeah, and all councillors.
And all councillors. Are we happy to approve those absences? Yeah, thank you very much. Item 23, declarations of interest and dispensations. I've received...
There's 2 written ones and actual.
2 written ones, and that's regarding item 24.3, and that's to do with the correspondence from Low Ackworth Community Association. Okay. So we received those 2, and they're from Councillor Bell and Councillor Maiden. And they're asking for the ability to discuss and vote on that. So can I get votes in favour of granting that dispensation? So we've got 5, 3 in favour, sorry, 3 in favour, against, 3 against. That's a tie. It comes to the chair to cast deciding vote, so a vote in favour of that. Start.
Yeah.
That's in line with standing orders, by the way. Okay, so that's been granted. Yeah. So item 24, to receive available reports from the following. So we start with Wakefield District Councillors, and we've got one of our newly elected councillors with us today. First of all, welcome to our Parish Council meeting, and I'm guessing you've got a report for us.
At this stage, I don't think I have anything to add except the areas that I've been to that have been shown to me by concerned citizens.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want feedback on that?
It's up to you what you wish to report on it. It's your report essentially. So
the first one will be the zebra crossing near Booten Shoe. Right, that should be upgraded to a puffin crossing.
Yeah.
All right. I have met the blind person who walks across there on a very frequent basis, and that road is extremely wide, and I support upgrading it to a puffin crossing.
So
the other one is that building at the Low Ackworth playing field. That besides the building being in terrible condition, I'm sure everybody's aware of that. The barricading around it is, in my opinion, insufficient. I've got many years' experience in health and safety, and that fence is not inaccessible. that needs to be looked at very, very urgently. It's right next to the kids playing playground, and there's not really much stopping a kid from getting in there.
Yeah, we've had some reports on that. And there are certain processes in place as well by the community organisation, like the Parish Council. There's regular inspections of that as well. So, and there's other plans in place. There's also an agenda item further on in this meeting, which we'll be looking to invite yourself plus others. To an information sharing thing to bring you up to speed on the things that we've been dealing with in the past regarding that whole Low Ackworth area as well. So, again, that's still to be voted on. Just information, so.
I'm finished.
And that's good. Okay, I know you've been down there, Sean, obviously you've liaised with him already, but I'm going to stick to the District Councillor report on that. So thank you very much for that report, and obviously we look forward to working with you going forward as well. So I'll move on to 24.2, Ackworth Parish Council representatives on outside bodies. Are there any reports? John, yeah.
Just an advert really. The AGM for the community library is in July, and I'd just like to, I've been asked, well, I'll be obviously going as a representative, but I've been asked to ask any councillors interested in coming. It's an AGM, so anybody can attend. And I think, the more councillors attend, the better really.
What date is that, sir?
Oh, I don't know the date, so I just put July. But we advertise on their website, our community association, library, community library. Community library website.
Yeah. Is that the one to keep an eye on going forward?
I apologise.
No, you're okay, no worry.
I did put the volume down and I can...
Are there any... I'll try and keep the show going on. Any other reports?
Couple. Although there's not really a lot to report. Heritage Group had a meeting on the 14th of May. Everything's fine. The main thing that was discussed was the Heritage Day that took place here on Saturday, which was successful. I think the weather didn't help, but it was successful, but not as good as we were hoping, I think.
Yeah.
Just in terms of numbers. The only other thing that was discussed was about Brown's Farm, which they gather has been sold. So we've just got a bit of a concern, which you can't do anything about at the moment, but access to John Gully's grave, because that's through the land at the house and yard, which apparently has been sold separately to the fields, I think, but who knows. So obviously we're concerned about that, because that is a real heritage site, if you like, for the village. So that's just something to be keeping an eye on, I think. That was about it, I think, from them. And then Ackworth United Charities.
I'll just finish and then...
Yeah, it was just about John Gully's grave,
Okay.
Well,
that was it for that one.
Yeah.
The other one was Ackworth United Charities. Really, there's nothing to report. Everything's going all right, basically. No issues with any of the properties particularly. Just all okay. Really, but yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. Okay. So
and Gemma, you want to say?
It was just because it was relevant. The solicitors that are dealing with John Gully's grave have been in touch about the transfer process.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping to have an update on the FNGP meeting at the end of this month as to what's going on with that, because as you say, it's a priority.
Yeah. Just to get that sorted.
And that's another thing that's dragged a little bit, isn't it?
It seems to be years. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, that's great. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you very much. Sharon,
There's been 2 meetings for the local community centre. One an events meeting, thinking about some events going forward, and a full committee meeting, obviously the main topic of discussion is the lease, etc.
thank you. Do we have any dates for those events yet?
We've had them. No, we're still in discussion.
Oh, okay, yeah. Excellent. Okay then. Any other reports? No. 24.3, to receive correspondence from Low Ackworth Community Association and consider any action required. And this is the correspondence we've had, which is part of the packs. So this is a letter from the Community Association, and then it's got a list, some bullet points of, I suppose, like requests that they'd like to happen. I'll open it to comments and questions. I don't necessarily have all the answers to any questions, but I mean, I'll just start off by saying I don't think the bullet points, I don't see any issue with that personally. I know one of them is about the chair and so on, so I'm happy to attend in an Ackworth Parish Council capacity on that.
Sam from the chair, I'm fine to attend any meetings needed.
Andy?
Well, I do have some concerns about it in relation to ensuring proper process is followed by ourselves for it. And just some other points in general as well. So to go through the bullet points, for the first one, I think it's very open-ended. I think we need to know how much access has been requested, what the access is required for. Obviously, does the clerk have the capacity to fulfil that request? So I think that needs limits and scope agreeing by the full parish council for that one before we can go ahead with it. The second one's fine because freedom of information request will give a copy of it once it's finalised. For the third point, I think involvement of Low Ackworth Community Association in drafting the sublease would create a clear conflict of interest between the two parties and essentially was an appropriate precedent set for the process with the one that was used for creating the head lease, whereby Wakefield produced one, it came to us via solicitors and it went back through solicitors, and I think that kind of process is what we should follow for a sublease rather than dealing directly with it. Fourth point, confirmation the intention is to gain a sublease for 40 years. The duration of the sublease needs to be discussed and agreed by the full parish council, which is something that we haven't done yet. So I don't think we can agree to that at the moment. The fifth one, knowledge that they'll have the full support of Ackworth Parish Council as part of it. What does full support mean? It could mean anything and everything, including fully financing a new building. So again, limits and scope for the support need to be agreed and set by the full parish council for that. And then just on the final point, the representatives to be nominated by Ackworth Parish Council 13 years after the constitution was written and signed that they're actually getting around to doing it. So kind of question why the secretary or chair at the time, or any of them subsequently, haven't done it until now. But again, in order to implement that, we need a motion to be included on the full parish council agenda for nominations in line with clause 5.3 of the Low Ackworth Community Association constitution. So we need nominations to be sought and voted on by the parish council before we can actually comply with that. So those are my comments and concerns in relation to what's been requested there.
Thank you for that. One comment I would make is we can't change what happened in the past. We're in the present, so we can only deal with what's happening today. So we can't go and unpick everything that has or hasn't happened, and for whatever reason. That'd be my first comment on that. I see no reason why we can't get further details on some of those things on there. And so if it means that we agree and approve this in principle, and the clerk could confirm details as to specifically what access to the chair of Ackworth Parish Council clerk means, I see no reason why would that be workable.
Bring it back to the July meeting. Yeah, that's what.
So I think that might be a way forward to address some of your.
I propose that we defer it to get the answers.
Or we can defer it and we can get those answers. Yeah, it's a way forward to address.
Yeah.
I just need an instruction as part of the deferral to still do that, Chair.
Yes, that's no problem. Yeah. Sean.
Regarding putting this forward, I think we should have a business plan from the association saying that they can fully fund that building, So the burden doesn't drop on the taxpayer, they're paying for a new building.
Right. I mean, I'm not.
Because if we can't say that they've got funding to fund that building, and it's not going to drop on the taxpayer, should we go ahead?
I mean, that's not specifically part of this correspondence, so it's outside of the scope of the business we're dealing with, Sean. So I'm going to move on, but, you know, I'm pretty sure that all these things can be sorted out, personally.
What I'm saying
Are there any other
is
comments?
Yeah, just taking Andy's point. I mean, I get what you're saying. I just wonder, it's like how long's a piece of string really, isn't it? I mean, I'm not sure anyone can say how much access they're going to need for the chair or the clerk at this point in time, so I don't know what the process is. So I think it's a bit unfair to ask for that necessarily. I think I think we should probably draft something which supports in general what they're trying to achieve here, that the parish council is behind getting a building, a usable building for the residents of Ackworth, wherever that may entail. I agree that probably some of this is very specific, we can't really say yes or no to at the moment, but I think we should definitely make a decision that we are in favour of it, and as a group we are going to support them, whatever that entails.
I mean, I will just add, in a previous council meeting, I did bring forward a motion which did ask us to give support, so in some ways that has already been done anyway. Yeah, Lynn?
It describes itself as a letter of intent, and that's all I actually think it's supposed to be. I think the motion that was passed at a previous council meeting in effect supports this, and I think that it entirely reasonable to say a general statement to them saying, yes, we support this, yes, we will work with you, but we will need to work on the details.
Yeah, that's sorry.
Yeah, you're right, and it is. It's just a letter of intent, and I think the reason for doing this was just to be. We wanted a positive outcome, really, for the centre, as you know, and to be transparent about it. It was, yeah, there are some points that I think I agree totally need further clarification, but it's actually being written by the chair and vice chair as a positive rather than something negative. So. That's where we're at.
Yeah. Okay, so in terms of how we take this forward then, I can take, so I believe Andy's suggested deferring it until July's meeting in terms of accepting the letter and
until we have
and approving and getting the
scope and limits,
and getting the answers to like Andy's questions, or we could approve the letter and the request and the bullet points that are in it here today. So I'll be proposer and seconder for those options. So I'll take defer and seconding.
Which, I'm sorry, but I'm a bit confused. What are we voting? What are we?
It's
to defer it.
So yeah, they propose deferring it until July for more information. Yeah.
On the bullet point one. And
so in particular 1.5, but also we need to sort item 6 because we've never appointed trustees to the organisation from the parish council. We've only appointed representatives.
Yeah, thank you.
And also we need to agree ourselves how long we intend to give a sublease for, because we haven't done that. We've never discussed anything about a sublease in terms of duration or anything.
That'll all be done through the solicitor, like we've done with the head lease. So I don't see why we're jumping ahead on this. I'm just going to bring Lynn in.
Because if we
I'm just going to bring Lynn in.
That sets us a limit.
Yeah. Lynn, please.
I'd like to propose that we give a general statement of acceptance to this has been a letter of intent, and we will work further on the details with them. Partially because I think we just keep giving them really negative and really just, I think if I was them I feel we didn't want this building, and I actually think it would be very good for the offer, and so I just want them to feel positively working with them. I don't think it puts us at any risk. Yeah.
I'm happy to second that, so to accept and work with them in terms of getting answers to this. I'm happy to do that because I think it's a good way of working and it's collaborative as well. Does all that make sense so
yeah,
far?
I've got one defer and the clerks will extra detail, and then I've got agree in principle a letter of intent, but again further detail to address the points.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to move to a vote in terms of, so we'll take the first one, which,
Could I request them to stand in order 3 hours recorded votes for these, please?
that's fine. Any,
Sorry, what was it?
He wants a recorded vote. So yeah, that's fine, yeah. So okay, so is that for both proposals?
Yeah,
by the way?
yeah.
Right, no problem. So the first vote will be on whether we defer it or not, so I'll start with Stephen. For or against?
For.
For. Sean for. So just like you.
Yeah, my brain catching up with
Yeah, no worries, sorry.
because it's recorded, yeah.
Andy?
For.
Yeah. Lynn?
Against.
Tom?
Against.
Sharon? Ian? And against as well.
Yeah.
So that the deferral's fallen. The proposal to agree in principle, letter of intent with further detail to address points
I'll second that.
It's already been done.
has already been proposed and seconded.
Oh, sorry.
I said, yeah. So I'll start with Stephen again, if that's okay. So for or against, this is the second proposal. So it's agreeing in principle the letter of intent plus seeking further detail to address the points.
Against.
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 Sean?
Against.
Lynn?
For.
John?
For.
Sharon?
For.
And for as well.
Can I just say that again, because we've never seen a business plan or anything go.
So that concludes that part of the business. So we're agreeing this in principle. We'll work with community association in terms of addressing some of the points. Excellent. Thank you very much. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I remember. Yeah. Thank you.